point I thought I was going to get into construction. One point I thought I was going to maybe even get into nursing. And then one point I was like, okay, I just don't know what I want to do. Like, I can take business classes all day, but then you come to find out I'd taken so many classes I didn't even need because of bad advising that I'd gotten earlier in my first couple of years in college. When I finally leveled out and spoke with my professors, I was an entrepreneurship major. That's why I majored in at Western, was entrepreneurship. He was one of the professors because I was like, okay, this intrigues me. So I sat down with him, and he's like, well, this is what you want to do if you want to graduate. He's like, you're going to have to go year-round. These are the classes. Boom, 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 boom. This is what you've got to do. And he was the first person to actually ever lay down a plan for me on what I had to do to graduate and get out of school so I could go on with my life. Him and another professor was Dr. Lockwood and Dr. Carton. Great guys. Both lived the life. They worked. They had experience. And then they came into the academia world. So they were some of the best professors I ever had because they had life experience. And they could really tell us, like, hey, this is what you really need to do. We talk about theories all day, but this is reality. So much that Dr. Lockwood, even one of his projects in one of his classes, he actually gave you, I think it was $100 or $200, develop a product, write a business plan, sell your product, and then in the year, bring me the money back, and whatever money gets donated into a charity. A lot of people came back with no money, but he didn't degrade them or give them lower grades as long as they could explain where they failed at and stuff like that. It's probably one of the most learning classes I had. I mean, we had people, some guys made some beef jerky, sold it on campus. We made bracelets saying app sucked, which is, our rival at the time, even though we don't play Appalachian, and we always lost app, except for twice when I was there. But it was one of those things where, we sold those on campus. We broke even, but it was a learning experience because when you're sitting there, okay, like, you don't know. He doesn't tell you, like, hey, you got to give me my money back. So in the whole semester, we're like, we got to sell these things and, make sure we don't fail the class. We didn't know he wasn't going to fail us if he didn't bring his money back. He was just, that's how he was. But it was a great learning experience. So it gives you that zero mindset, like zero option mindset that a lot of people talk about now. Being an entrepreneur, it's like you didn't know if you were going to fail that class. You don't want to fail because now you're going to be pushed back another semester to take it again. And some of those classes weren't offered but one time a year and stuff like that. So really a great class, a great program. They even founded a master's program, entrepreneurship, up there. That's online that I felt like was really good. There were some older people. I was in the 20s, so older people then probably was late 30s, 40s, that had started businesses that were in there at Western going through that program to learn more stuff about how to run their businesses better through that program. So it was a great program that they built out, and that really set my trajectory. And that's sort of how I got in the mortgage business. A lot of the stuff that on day one at the Countrywide that was corporate training from Countrywide, and they were a Fortune 100 company at that time, was the same stuff I learned in class, in my entrepreneurship classes, going into sales.